Hey Dino, in our next unboxing video we are looking at the Optoma UHD50.
Very nice.
Yeah, it's very nice. It's the successor for the UHD65, which we love.
We do indeed.
It's cheaper, and I think the main reason is because the chip, the 4K chip, is a smaller chip. But we read the Projector reviews, projectorreviews.com, projectorcentral.com review, and it's clear that from a distance there's actually hardly any noticeable difference between both projectors, which is quite interesting.
Very interesting.
Yeah. So it retails for about $3,500. It's got 2,400 lumens. It's a typical DLP Texas Instruments chip. Typical in as much as there's quite a few brands now that are launching 4K projectors with DLP chips from Texas Instruments. There's VSonic, there's BenQ, there's Optoma, and they're all quite cheap really compared to the LCD 4K or native 4K projectors. And I guess the fact that it's cheaper than the others, is partly in the size of the remote. The remotes are fine, it's just a bit smaller. Okay, here we go. Batteries for the remote control. A European power supply, power port. Box upside down. That's it. The cheaper projectors are quite plasticky in case compared to the very heavy Sonys and JVCs that we have in here as well in our showroom. But they do a good job on it.
It's very similar to the UHD65, the casing of the 50.
It is, yeah. But there's a difference already because the 65 has a lens in the middle.
Correct.
This is off center. One of the annoying things I find with the cheaper models, but you pay, you get what you pay for, is the fact that these are manual zooms and manual focus, and especially this vertical shift is very limited. So we've come to notice that these projectors are designed to be on a table in front of you, when between you and the screen, or upside down on the ceiling behind you, because we've tried to put them on shelves behind us on different heights, and you get a terrible keystone. And you can get a really nice image if you put them upside down on the ceiling or on a table in front of you.
So what kind of bracket would you, mounting bracket would you use for that? Because you need to be quite flexible in all positions.
Yeah, so we love the Strong XL mounts. They're not cheap, it's $500 retail. But they have 3 dials for horizontal tilt, vertical shift, and horizontal roll. So it's a breeze to set any projector up, because the issue is always the leveling of the image as compared to your screen. So they are our preferred choice. But then if you pay $500 for a mount and your projector is only $3,500, it gets really expensive. There are alternatives. We have the Braytech projector mounts, but they're a little bit more jiggery pokery because you've got to take them off, and then there's one bolt to change the position, both horizontal and vertical, of the mount itself. The best ones are the ones where you can have the adjusting of the vertical tilt and the horizontal tilt with screws without having to take the projector off. So we'll put some links at the end of the video of the projector mounts that we prefer. In terms of connectivity, there's 2 HDMI ports, which is good. One says 4K HDMI 4K. So that must be the one that supports the HDMI HDCP 2.2. It's interesting how they still have VGA inputs, RS232 for control, which is good. It's got a 12 volts output trigger, which is quite interesting because a lot of the projectors don't do that these days. And it even has an audio out and audio in. which is very interesting. It has built-in speakers. So yeah, there you go. That's the Optoma UHD50.